welcome to Todd's House of Speed. So we have some interesting content we're going to share with you. I have a lot of different projects. So I said it's me, Todd, and the wonder dog, Noah. So one of the things today is we're going to do a series, first off, with my rat rod. This is one of my current projects. And specifically today is dealing with how to preserve the patina. This is the real deal. So like all of you out there, you try to figure out what's the best product to preserve it. And there's a lot of different stuff. The one I chose is sweet patina sauce. They didn't pay me to advertise this. This just seemed to be the best one. And what I wanted is, if you can see, you got a one shot of making this look natural. And that's what I wanted to do. So this was about 55 bucks delivered to where I live from Texas. I'm in Virginia. And the thing that I liked about this is if you don't like it, you can take brake clean and get it off. So there's something different that I'm gonna do that nobody else does with it, and we're gonna go from there. So here's the thing that you're going to see in this video, in this series, it's different. And what's different is when you wash it, make sure you use Dawn, like dishwashing soap, and like a scrub brush. It doesn't have to be really bristly, but what you want to do is you just want to get the crap out. And so don't use like regular car wash and a towel for most stuff like this, because you'll be wasting your time. You want to get down and get it clean. The second thing is you'll see that, and I think even the manufacturers of the patina sauce will tell you to sand over your rust, and that's like crazy. So if you take this stuff, it has been years in the making right here, and the problem is as soon as you take sandpaper and start to rough this up, it's going to look fresh, and it's just right back to where it's like a $20,000 paint job. And you want that thing to look the same when you finish as when you started. So my tip to you is today, clean it with Dawn and like a bristle brush of some sort. Don't sand it. Don't do anything with the rust that's already there, or you're gonna ruin it, because then you're introducing something that's not there, okay? All right, so we're gonna do the side of the rear bed, but I'm also gonna show you some of the rest of the truck that I've already done. So that's kind of the before, and you guys out there will see the process of me putting on the finished product. And you can also see what I just did after, I guess I did this about 2 weeks ago. So you can see basically putting this on, there's not much trick to it. The whole thing is to take the sponge, and I'll show you that, and put as little product on there as possible. And they say give it 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then wipe it back off with a cloth. Now there's a couple of different ways. I used a chamois. I find that it hangs less on the rust, other than say a terry cloth towel, which seems to hang up. So what you want to do is just pour a little bit. This is about a quart, by the way, or it is a quart. I pour just enough just to cover the bottom of the bowl, because it goes a long way. I'll put the cap back on so I don't want it to evaporate. Take my cheap sponge and just dab it in the bottom. Now, I have a piece of paper towel, and I have this here just to set the sponge on when I'm resting. So I've got the product in here, and then we're gonna start. Always start from the top down when you're working, just like you're washing a car or painting a car. Start from the top down. All right, folks, so you can see I did both sides. It didn't really take any time at all. There's really no effort in putting it on. you just glide it on, glide off. So again, I'm repeating myself, 15 to 20 minutes, don't let it sit any longer, because what happens is, as it starts to evaporate, it becomes more gel-like. So there's no reason to let it sit any longer, 15 to 20 minutes, and if it's really hot, you might want to cut that another 5 minutes, because you will be creating work for yourself. So what we're going to do is got my chamois here, and I've got plenty of them. I'm just going to wipe it off, and we're going to wipe it at least where I can get it, like you're waxing, like taking wax off. So you want to put a little effort and elbow grease and actually working in, because that's where the product is going to do the best. Don't believe the, I don't know if you would call it hype. That's where the elbow grease comes in. It's like, don't just wipe it off, really work it in. Okay, so let's go. So you can see that behind the scenes, Noah's been helping me. We put the product on the bed sides. I did both bed sides, and then wiped the product off. I think I used maybe 4 ounces, 5 ounces. There's at least 3/4 of a can left, or maybe 60% for sure. So I've done this whole truck. You can see where it is a little glossy, but that'll go away in a couple of days as the product evaporates. And you can see how much it blends with the truck, that the rest of the truck that's already done. And to me, it looks awesome. Still a little shiny, but give it a day or two, and then as this evaporates, it'll start to matte and dull a little bit. I think it's perfect. I think it couldn't look any better, because it is still the original 60-plus-year-old paint job, and it's been out in the weather and all the rust and the beauty, and all we did was enhance it a little bit. So I hope you all like it. Please like and subscribe. I have a lot more content coming, especially with this in this first series. See you.